As we acknowledge all of our stalwarts of the APC who are here with us. We have the very courageous and one who also is a political chess player, but also one who's truly in touch with the people, the flag bearer for us in the senatorial elections coming up. I'm talking about none other than the very respected jurist, distinguished Daladi Halilu Mvalanza. We also welcome you. He's here with us. At the very helm, with our other political flag bearers in the APC, are the very resilient and very courageous Honorable Daniel Ogashi, and also our own very young and dynamic Honorable Tony TBS. As we move on, would like to notice members of the National Legislature who are here with us, especially one that His Excellency says he epitomizes loyalty, Honorable Abdul Mumin Ari, who is one that sticks with the party, respects the party, and supports the party. All respected and honored citizens of Nasarawa State who are in the Senate. We also have here the honorable commissioners, members of the State Executive and Security Councils who are also here with us. Would also like to recognize chairman of local government councils, respected administrators, the managing director of NASIDA, our investment omnibus, His Royal Highness, the Emir of Kefi, who is here leading our array of very respected traditional rulers of the Nasarawa State Traditional Council of Chiefs, Dr. Shehu Chindoya Musa II. We also very warmly welcome you as well. There are so many highly qualified, thoroughbred personalities and eminent sons of Nasarawa State, but I must recognize indeed our SSG, the one who is the life wire and the engine room of the government, Dr. Labaran Shaibu, a senior advocate of Nigeria, will also welcome you. Would like to pay special respect to His Excellency, the Ambassador of China to Nigeria, who is here, and of course, the Managing Director of Diamond New Energy Processing Plant, who is here with us. All of our friends from China who are here, all of our investors who are here, eminent sons, distinguished personalities, ladies and gentlemen, would like to welcome you most respectfully. If we haven't recognized you, know that His Excellency Engineer Abdullahi Esule welcomes you to Nasarawa State and welcomes you to this momentous and very historic occasion where we would be commissioning the largest lithium processing plant in the whole of West Africa. I therefore would like to recognize the one under whose ambit Princess Margaret Elayo, our Honorary Commissioner for Environment, that also has been driving a lot of what His Excellency has been doing as His Excellency connects the Nasarawa Economic Development Strategy with the Tinubu's renewed hope agenda and brings prosperity to the people of Nasarawa State. I therefore quickly like to call on the chairman of Nasarawa Local Government to briefly say a welcome address as we welcome you so that we can speedily go through this event. Thank you so very much. You're most warmly welcome.
أعوذ سميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Asuwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu, ably represented by the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, distinguished Senator Kashim Shettima. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Nasarawa State, permit me at this juncture to stand on the already exist protocol by the MC of the day. Today is a day of joy, pride, and gratitude to the entire Endo community, Nasarawa local government, Nasarawa State, and Nigeria at large. On behalf of the good people of Nasarawa local government, I want to welcome you all to this historic occasion. Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, your presence here, sir, today is a clear demonstration of the federal government Renew Hope agenda to economic diversification and development of solid mineral sector. We are deeply honored that you deemed it fit to personally commission this factory sited right here in our dear local government. This mining factory is more than a steel and a machine. It is a hope and proof that when government, investors, and communities work together, transformation is possible. This bond can never be aligned without a good leader. To our dear governor, our mentor, the pride of the 13 local government chairmen, we, the people of Nasarawa, will forever leave a place in our heart to appreciate you. You've traveled more than once, more than twice to China just to see this day is possible and success. Your Excellency, sir, we must thank you sincerely. And I want to say this before the invited guest. For too long, our people watched raw materials leave this land with little benefit returning to the grassroots. But today, with our dear leader, the executive governor of Nasarawa State, with a unique leadership, he has brought the mining sector into its lifeline, where the narrative changes, and that is why we are here today. We must have to appreciate Your Excellency for this laudable gesture. This factory will create direct and indirect employment, stimulate local businesses, improve our IGR, and position Nasarawa local government as a key player in Nigeria's mining corridor. Your Excellency, sir, we assure you that our people are peaceful, industrious, and ready to partner for growth. We will protect this investment, we will support its success, and we will produce the skilled manpower needed to sustain it through institutions like Federal Polytechnic Nasarawa, inshallah. I urge other companies operating within Nasarawa local government to emulate this commendable gesture by complementing government's effort in providing critical infrastructure and social amenities to other communities. Once again, Mr. Vice President, sir, you are most welcome to Nasarawa local government. May this commissioning mark the beginning of many more industries in our land. Thank you. May God bless Nasarawa. May God bless Nasarawa State, and may God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you very much, the Executive Chairman, Nasarawa Local Government. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Yakubu Lamai says the Vice President is the son of Nasarawa State, and of course the Honorable Minister is also a son of Nasarawa State. It will be a bit difficult for the Vice President to have an Egon name in Nasarawa State without changing. But for you, the Minister, it's okay. From Alaki, we can go to Alaku, which is very simple. So for the Vice President, we'll just shift it to maybe Ambaishu, close to Shetima. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the environment is a place for the woman. By that, the Honorable Commissioner Environment today in Nasarawa State has made the difference, the effect, the unity is all because there's a woman in charge of that ministry. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together as I invite Princess Margaret Elayo for her address.
Your Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, ably represented by my mentor, our leader, the Vice President, distinguished Senator Kashim Shettima. Your Excellencies, I want to report myself before I go on with my speech. There was a program that you're supposed to be attending back in Kefi. His Excellency represented you. and I was asked to make a speech. Sadly, because I was so excited in seeing you, I changed your name. Instead of me saying Kashim, I said Ibrahim Shetima. Apologies, Your Excellency. Distinguished ministers of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, my dear sister, I honor you. Your Excellencies, governors and deputy governor present here, captain of industries, global investors, and development partners, my traditional council fathers, our leaders, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It is with immense honor, a very deep humility, and profound national pride that I stand before you today on this historic occasion marking the official commissioning of the Diamond New Energy Company, the largest, like the MC said, I'm going to repeat it, the largest lithium processing facility on African continent, located here in Nasarawa State, local government area of Nasarawa State. Today marks far more than the unveiling of an industry plant. It represents the transfer of vision, leadership, partnership, and unwavering belief in Nigerians' future. Your Excellency, sir, Mr. President, permit me on behalf of the government of the good people of Nasarawa State to express our heartfelt gratitude to you for this extraordinary gift of national confidence bestowed upon our state under the leadership of His Excellency, the hard-working Governor, Governor Engineer A. Sule. This landmark investment stands as a powerful testament to your bold economic philosophy. On that moves Nigeria beyond the exports of raw material into value addition, industrialization, and global competitiveness. Through your renewed hope agenda, sir, mining has been repositioned as a catalyst for inclusive growth, job creation, technology transfer, and energy transition. Mr. President, sir, by attracting a global renowned company such as Diamond New Energy into Nigeria industry ecosystem, your administration has firmly positioned our nation within the strategic global supply chain for clean energy, electric vehicle, that His Excellency the Executive Governor, today all the Honorable Commissioner are we have the car for the battery that the lithium today is being produced in Nasarawa State. History will record this moment as a defining chapter in Nigeria's industrial rebirth. I extend sincere appreciation to the good people of Diamond New Energy. With the confidence that you have bestowed on Nasarawa State, be rest assured your presence here reinforces our reputations as Nigerians' home of solid mineral and a trusted destination for responsible investment. I also acknowledge the invaluable role played by the Federal Ministry of Solid Mineral Development under the leadership of my mentor, my leader, Dr. Henry Dele Alake, relevant regulatory institutions, security agencies, traditional authorities, host communities, and all partners whose collaboration transform this vision into reality. Above all, I sincerely want to commend the exceptional leadership of our Governor, His Excellency, Engineer Abdullahi A. Sule, whose strategic foresight, economic diplomacy, and unwavering commitment to industrial development have elevated Nasarawa State from a mining frontier to a globally recognized investment destination. Distinguished guests, as Honorable Commissioner, very honored for Environment and Natural Resources, I am particularly proud that this moment of this project aligns seamlessly with the environmental sustainability pillar of Mr. President's renewed hope agenda. Under this nation vision, sir, mining is no longer pursued in isolation from environmental responsibility. Rather, it is guarded by global best practices that emphasizes on responsibility, land reclamation, climate resilience, biodiversity, protection, and community well-being has already been expressed by Diamond New Energy Company in some of their corporate social responsibility to the host community. For me, sustainability is an abstract concept. It is a moral obligation. It means ensuring the development today does not compromise the future of our children. It means protecting ecosystem while unlocking prosperity. And it means building institutions capable of balancing growth with responsibility. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, today Africa witnessed a new dawn. Nigeria demonstrates capacity. Nasarawa State stand proudly at the center of national transformation. Through your visionary leadership, strategic partnership, and unwavering commitment to sustainability, the renewed hope agenda continues to deliver tangible progress to our people. Once again, I express profound gratitude to Mr. Vice President for always honoring Nasarawa State. And under your leadership we stand, sir. You made historic achievement possible. May this facility operate sustainable, prosper immensely, and remain a lasting symbol of progress, partnership, and purpose. I thank you all. May God bless Nasarawa State. May God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you. Thank you. We would like to thank the Honorable Commissioner. I'd like to invite the Ambassador of Julin and Kanmax, Mr. Yu Chongjian, to say a brief word. It's indicated on the program. The Ambassador of Julin and Kanmax. Come. Can we welcome the Ambassador? Thank you so very much. Your Excellency.
我们就来一个麦啊！尊敬的副总统阁下，卡西姆·谢底马阁下，尊敬的拉萨拉巴州长阿卜杜拉希·苏莱工程师阁下，各位国民议会议员，尊敬的矿业部长，尊敬的传统领袖们，各位委员阁下，来自联邦政府及各州政府的各位领导，海关、移民局及其他联邦机构代表，社区代表们，各位合作伙伴，媒体朋友们，女士们、先生们，大家好。
Your Excellency, the Vice President, Senator Kasim Shettima. Your Excellency, Engineer A. Abdullah Governor of Nasarawa State. Your Excellencies, other governors, members of the National Assembly, Honorable Minister Dr. Dele Alaki, our respected traditional rulers, honorable commissioners, distinguished leaders from the federal government and states, customs, immigration, and other federal agencies, community representatives, our business partners, members of the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good day to you all.
今天我们齐聚安多，共同见证钻石新能源拉萨拉巴基地全面投产。这是目前西非地区已建成并投入运营规模最大的铝加工项目，也是总统阁下、州长阁下、 联邦固体矿产部以及所有参与者共同努力和辛勤付出的成果。
Today, here in Indu, we celebrate the full commissioning of the Diamond New Energy in Nasarawa State. This is currently the largest completed and operational lithium processing project in West Africa, and it stands as a result of the dedication and hard work of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Governor Abdoulaye Sule, Ministry of Study and Labor, and everyone involved.
首先，我谨代表九鼎集团、天华新能源集团以及钻石新能源全体中泥员工，向一路以来给予项目支持和帮助的各界人士表示最诚挚的感谢。感谢拉萨拉哇州政府，感谢恩多市局。
First of all, on behalf of Juling Group, Tianhua New Energy Group, and all our Chinese and Nigerian colleagues at Diamond New Energy, I would like to express our sincere gratitude to all those who have supported us along this journey. Thank you, Nasarawa State, and thank you, the Hindu community.
本项目由九鼎集团与天华新能源集团共同投资建设，两家集团合计全球产能占全球市场需求的20%以上。我们之所以选择尼日利亚作为在非洲投资落地的首个国家，是因为我们相信这个国家，并致力于长期扎根发展。我们首先选择拉萨拉哇州，则是因为这里良好的安全环境以及州政府开放友好的营商氛围。
This project has been jointly developed by Juling Group and Tianhua New Energy Group together. Our global production capacity around us accounts for more than 20% of global market demand. We choose Nigeria as our first project location in Africa because we believe in this country and are committed to establish a long-term presence here. We also choose Nasarawa first because of the security and the friendly government.
为什么选择尼日利亚？因为这里拥有巨大发展潜力和充满活力的市场，拥有年轻、有才华、充满进取精神的人才，同时投资环境持续改善。更重要的是，联邦政府推动本体加工和提升资源附加值的发展正也务实且有前瞻性，让我们相信，在这里投资既安全也充满机遇。
Why Nigeria? Because this country offers an enormous and dynamic market, talented and ambitious young people, and an investment environment that continues to improve. More importantly, the federal government's strategy of promoting local processing and increasing value addition is both practical and forward-looking. It gives us the confidence that investing here is secure and full of opportunity.
拉萨拉巴州拥有丰富的锂资源，并展现出强有力的政府支持。从2024年在州长带领下拜访总统阁下，并获得支持，到签署协议，再到今天实现这条年处理能力300万吨生产线全面投产，整个过程仅用了1年多时间。这充分证明联邦矿业部长推动矿产增值和本地加工的发展战略是正确的发展方向，同时也证明在尼日利亚矿业领域开展真正的工业投资完全可行。
Nasarawa State is rich in lithium resources and has demonstrated strong governmental support. From our visit with the Governor to meet His Excellency the President in 2024 and receiving his endorsement to signing the agreement and now achieving full commissioning of this 3 million ton production line. The entire process has taken little more than a year. It fully demonstrates that Honorable Minister Alaki's strategy of mineral value addition and local beneficiation is the right path forward. It also proves that making real industrial investment in Nigeria mining sector is entirely achievable.
在此，我特别向2位人士致以诚挚感谢。第一位是尊敬的阿拉克部长阁下，在项目建设过程中，您在政策协调和资源统筹方面给予的大力支持，为项目顺利推进提供了坚实保障。第二位是尊敬的苏莱组长阁下，您多次亲临项目现场，以高效务实的方式推动项目建设，并始终坚持绿色发展理念以及市区共享发展的原则。
Once more, I would especially like to thank you two individuals, the Honorable Minister Alaki, throughout the development of this project. Your support in policy coordination and resource mobilization provides a strong foundation of our success. The second is Your Excellency Governor Sule. Your visits the site on multiple occasions guides that the project with efficiency and pro-mechanism and consistently place green development and shared community prosperity at the center of implementation.
在此，我特别向正是您的开放与领导力，让我们更加坚定地相信尼日利亚值得投资，而拉萨拉巴州是一片适合工业发展的沃土。我们始终相信，建设工厂并不是最终目标，创造价值才是。
It is your openness and leadership that convinced us that Nigeria is a country worth investing in, and that Nasarawa is fertile ground for industrial growth. We have always believed that building a factory is not the ultimate goal, but creating value is.
截止目前，项目已直接创造超过2000个就业岗位，并带动产业链新增近5000个就业机会。通过系统化培训，越来越多本地员工正在成为专业技术人才。在环境环保方面，我们建立了闭环洗循环系统，实现生产未洗零排放。与此同时，我们在供给、教育、道路和医疗等社区项目方面持续投入，以实际行动维护、支持和接纳我们的市区。
The project has directly created more than 2,000 jobs and supported nearly 5,000 additional jobs across the value chain through structured training programs. More and more local employees and developing into skilled technical professionals. In environmental protection, we have established a closed-loop water recycling system to achieve zero discharge of production wastewater.
今天的考察不是终点，而是新的起点。未来，我们将继续加大投资力度，努力将拉萨拉瓦打造成为尼日利亚乃至整个西非铝产业发展的标杆，把资源优势真正转化为工业能力和就业机会。
At the same time, community projects in water supply, school, roads, and healthcare continue to move forward. This is our way to giving back to the community that have welcomed us. Today, commissioning is not the finish line. It is the new beginning. We will continue to increase investment and work to make Nasarawa a benchmark of lithium industry development in Nigeria and across West Africa, transforming resources advantages into real industrial capacities and employment opportunities.
最后，再次感谢各位组长、各位长期以来给我们的支持。钻石新能源将继续坚持依法合规经营，立誓可持续发展和互利共赢，与尼日利亚共同成长，共同书写清洁能源时代的新篇章。谢谢大家。
Finally, thank you once again for your support. Diamond New Energy will remain committed to compliant operations, green development, and mutual beneficial cooperation, working together with Nigeria and jointly writing a new chapter in the era of clean energy. Thank you very much. Excuse me, just one moment. I know there's a bad network here. We are so apologize for that. Also, we wonder if your Excellencies, if you can give a little hand, we may have a better environment here very soon. Thank you.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the speech there by the ambassador of this company. I'd like to invite for a goodwill message on behalf of the Traditional Council, the Vice Chairman of South State Council of Chiefs, Emir of Kefi, His Royal Highness Dr. Shehu Chindo Yamusa. And I would like to
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Kashim Shettima, GCON, standing for His Excellency, Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Your Excellency, our dear Governor, Engineer Abdullahi Alhaji Sule, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Nasarawa State, Your Excellency, the Turaki of Kefi, former Governor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. It is my great honor to warmly welcome His Excellency, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and all the distinguished guests to this historic occasion in Odege. On behalf of the Council of Chiefs of Nasarawa State and the good people of Nasarawa State, I congratulate the federal government of Nigeria and Nasarawa State Governor for bringing such investors and also the host communities on this landmark achievement. The commissioning of this global lithium hub is a significant step towards Nigerian industrial transformation by Mr. President. It reflects our nation's commitment to harnessing its abundant mineral resources for economic diversification, job creation, technology transfer, and sustainable development. This project will not only strengthen Nigerian position in global green economy, but also bring lasting benefit to our communities and future generation to come. I must confess that Engineer Abdullahi Sule is a gift to Nasarawa State and the country in Nigeria. He has updated Nasarawa State and upgraded Nasarawa State from artisanal mining state to industrial mining state and of international standard for such company to be established in the state. Finally, we are going to give the government support with this development that is going on in our communities, and we'll continue to pray that our leaders will lead us not astray, but for the benefit and the development and the sustainable development of our country. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria, may God bless Nasarawa State, and may God bless the Western Zone, Nasarawa local government, Udege local government. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Thank you very much, Your Highness. And quickly, we were supposed to take 4 goodwill messages, and then they said 1, and then they said no. The distinguished Senator Wadada cannot come here and not speak. But then we are going to use the last time. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite Senator Ahmed Aliyu Danyaya Wadada, Sarkin Yakin Kafi, for his goodwill message. Let's put our hands together for him, ladies and gentlemen.
In the name of Allah, most beneficent, most merciful, I say peace to all of us. The President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented by the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Senator Kashim Shettima, the Governor of Nasarawa State, our own governor, our own leader, our own performer, in whom we are proud of. Engineer Abdullahi Alhaji Sule. For want of time, please permit me to respectfully stand on already established protocol. It is obvious, clear, that for this to be happening here, some individuals or group of individuals must take credit. One, the first is the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Yes, of course, Nasarawa State and Udege in particular is endowed. But there are factors that attract foreign investors to an environment beyond the endowment. And those factors are clearly at appreciable level in Nigeria. Our foreign reserve, our balance of trade, our balance of payment, and of course the enabling laws. So that also gives credit to the members of the National Assembly and State Assembly. Two, for that to happen at the national level, the state where the endowment is must also be promising for investors to want to come, so that the return on investment will be gotten as expected. To our governor, we cannot thank you enough. You have done it. You did it. You are doing it. And I am going to do it. I am going to do it by the special grace of God. But I will have to confess that you have so raised the bar, which of course puts additional burden on me and the team that we shall work together, but we will deliver. For Diamond New Energy, while we commend you and congratulate you for this. What I have to say as a representative of the people is that my understanding of full value chain is not for just lithium condensate to be a concentrate, to be processed here, but it is to be taken to the level of producing lithium battery in this community. That is what makes it to be full value chain. But alongside, we commend you, we congratulate you, and we will continue to support you so that it will be taken to the fullest level. At this point, I sincerely, honestly appreciate the fact that I have been called upon here to give a word or two. And as a legislator, I think I will have to blow my trumpet, or the trumpet of myself and our colleagues, because of the endowment of that Nasarawa State has on solid minerals, and the performance of our governor, which has projected the state much more than ever before, is why I am sponsoring a bill for the Federal Polytechnic Nasarawa to be transformed to University of Mining and Engineering Technology. Thank you very much for listening, and I love you all.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Shi yasa Engineer Abdullahi Sule ya ce a yi wadada, domin akwai wadata idan aka yi wadada. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going on.
Your Excellency, there is no doubt that you're familiar with multi-million-dollar projects like this, yet we would have loved that you go around and experience the processes firsthand. But of course, that would be insensitive to the demand of your office, which, by the way, you attend to with so much gusto and competence. Your deep commitment to duty, your unshakable belief in the Nigerian project, your unalloyed loyalty and immense support for your principal and our leader, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in words and in deeds are evident. You're doing an incredible job, Mr. Vice President. The flag off of the legacy road projects and commissioning of roads constructed by the Nasarawa State government in Akwanga yesterday are clear testimony of what the APC, you and Mr. President, the APC governors, and the Renewed Hope crew can do and are doing for the Nigerian team. In the words of Governor Abdullahi, it's at every given opportunity, we cannot say thank you enough to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So with your kind permission, Mr. Vice President, allow us to take you through the processes in this facility in just over 5 minutes, with your kind permission. Media crew, please.
Shaping today's world. Lithium, the driving force behind electric cars, renewable energy, and a cleaner planet. Let's share with you the unique story of Nasarawa's investment drive and a 6,000 tons per day lithium processing plant. The story of Diamond New Energy Limited, the company that is complementing the new way Nigeria thinks and is harnessing its mineral resources. In Nasarawa, the home of solid minerals, mining is a way of life. Basically artisanal, miners work with bare hands and simple tools, scouring the land and earning little from the minerals they uncovered. For decades, it meant little to the people. Raw minerals dug up and carted away, often under the cover of darkness, with no real value left behind. The wealth beneath the soil helped others, not the locals, and certainly not the state.
Babban matsalar da yake cutar mu shine na daya ba mu da wurin da za mu gyara, sai dai a za mana rufe kai a dauki mana shawulakance a fita da shi sai abin da Allah ya yi.
Nan ana samu na gongomi da takwas amma dai dole idan wannan abu ya shigo mana da mu samu karuwa.
That sorry situation had to change. Governor Abdullahi Sule, an accomplished engineer, saw the need for a new direction. and wasted no time in taking a bold decision. No more exporting raw resources without value addition. The new thinking is that mining companies must process on site, create jobs, and give back to the land that gives so much.
Nasarawa State is so blessed that is called the state of solid minerals. 2 weeks after I became the governor, the first ministry I visited was the Ministry of Solid Minerals. I visited that in order to understand how many licenses were actually given. As at that time, 416 licenses were awarded in Nasarawa State. And yet, Nasarawa State government was not getting 1 million naira as revenue.
Governor Sule's resolve and sincerity, coupled with a secured environment, encouraged several companies. One of them is a new diamond energy company, a Chinese firm with a Nigerian commitment. In the heart of Endo, the largest lithium processing factory in West Africa, sits pretty, a world-class facility born from both Chinese investment, Governor Sule's unwavering commitment, and in line with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's vision and ambition.
Our plan is the line 1. Line 1 is 2 million tons per year. The line 2 is the same, 2 million tons per year. And we have done establish of the line 1. And the line 2 is still under process.
But more than steel and machines, they brought something rare, a long-term vision of partnership, development, and community benefit.
We have a good relationship with the local government and the state government. We want to do some contribution for our country, for our local government, even our community. This is our responsibilities for the social.
With over 2,000 meters of depth mined and dozens of advanced machines deployed, hundreds of workers, millions of dollars invested, this isn't just a factory, it's the future of energy and a renewed hope in partnership that is working.
We have done take the machine, take the processing of the lithium. We want to building the factory is the biggest and the best.
Construction of such a massive infrastructure speaks to the precision and deployment of some of the world's latest technology, starting from the foundation, sourcing of the right equipment, tools and manpower. Every bolt and knot, each moving part, each sequence tells the story of what is required to achieve 6,000 tons per day and an annual capacity of 2 million tons. In West Africa today, Diamond New Energy stands tall in terms of output, investment and technology. A leader in standalone speedometer separation line, setting a benchmark in local modern lithium industry. It all begins here, deep below the surface, where lithium-rich rock is extracted using massive excavators and payloaders. Every layer tells a story, and every ton matters. Next, the ore is transported by heavy-duty tippers to the sorting zone. Here, skilled operators begin the delicate task of separating the valuable from the valueless. Giant crushers grind the rock into manageable sizes, making it easier to extract the lithium locked inside. Through washing and advanced separation techniques, the lithium is gradually isolated, heavy from light, pure from waste. The refined lithium concentrate is dried, tested, and further purified to meet the highest industrial standards. This is what the world demands and what Endo delivers. Finally, the finished product is weighed, bagged, and stored. ready for export, ready for industry, ready for the future. At the heart of this story is the people that run the machines. Many Nigerians have been employed. At New Diamond Energy, worker welfare is priority. From proper safety gear to a modern health clinic on site, every staff member matters.
In the factory, we are getting 638. The line 2, we will add another 400 workers, depending on the work.
My role as a geologist in this place, we do the site sourcing, then the quality control. So the material that comes out from the pits has to go through us. We choose which one to go and which not to go in the pits.
My core assignment is providing accommodation for new intake.
We focus on health, safety and environment. So in terms of health, we make sure that the staffs are okay. Most of the time when they have any symptoms, we try to manage and then also provide education for them to be able to keep themselves healthy. Make sure that we provide them with necessary PPE.
In this department alone, approximately we have more than 10 Nigerian workers who are understanding the Chinese law manager and across various departments. Then we have some departments in which they were even handed over to the Nigerians, to take control, to be in charge.
And for the people of Endo, the benefits are already showing. Nasarawa State received $1.5 million as signature bonus. Out of this, Governor Sule dedicated $500 million for the needs of the host community and environs.
Ku zo da abubuwan da zai amfani mutane gaba ɗaya. Za ku zo da asibiti da za a gina. Za ku zo da wutar lantarki da za a kawo. Za ku zo da aikin ruwa da za a yi. Za ku zo da aikin hanya da ya kamata a yi. Za ku zo da maganar makaranta da za a taimaki wayansu su yi. Idan muka yi wayannan abubuwa wanda kowa a community zai ci albarkacin wannan abu.
In addition, the company is committed to its CSR, forging a harmonious and mutually beneficial relationship till date. Corporate social responsibility is not a slogan here, it's a promise kept. New schools, health centers, clean water, jobs in the thousands.
We do the bridge for them so they can pass the river.
By extension, a renewed hope has been kindled in the minds of the people. The life of the state and Nigeria is the better for it. From smartphones, batteries to solar panel in tomorrow's green cities, lithium is at the heart of it all.
Hello?
And right here in Nasarawa, Nigeria is laying
Thank you
claim
very
to a
much.
stake in the future.
We hope
Thank you,
when
media.
we are working here.
We'd like to thank you so very much, media. Thank you. We want to thank His Excellency. We'd like to thank His Excellency, the President, and would like to thank the Vice President for your patience. We'd like to thank the Honorable Ministers. The centerpiece of the President's Renewed Hope agenda is you optimize, growth. You generate employment, and that is what has been keyed into in Nasarawa State by His Excellency Engineer Abdullahi Sule under the Nasarawa Economic Development Strategy. It's my single honor and privilege at this point to invite the Honorable Minister of Solid Minerals Development in the Federal Republic of Nigeria, our very own Mr. Henry Dele Alake, to come and give us a glimpse of his vision.
Your Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, distinguishingly represented by no less a personality than the distinguished Senator Kashim Shettima. Now, that name is not strange to every one of you here. Distinguished Senator Kashim Shettima is the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the current Vice President, and a Vice President that has really flown the flag of unity, of commitment, of loyalty, of demonstrable performance and ingenuity and competence in all of his undertakings and endeavors in the service of Nigeria. Your Excellency, the indefatigable governor of Nasarawa State, and who we jocularly refer to as the unofficial Minister of State for Solid Minerals in Nigeria. And that is a no mean feat, because you don't just give people appellations or synonyms. You give people accolades and synonyms based on what they have done, based on what we call in journalism ocular proof, which is visible to the eyes. Governor Sule's efforts, Yeoman's efforts in transforming Nasarawa State has yielded very fruitful results that are visible to the eyes. Even in some instances, some people say the blind could see them. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please, before I go on, I want you to indulge me in giving a very, very loud applause to the Vice President and the Governor of Nasarawa State. Your Excellencies, the former governors present here, and the fathers of the state, and our fathers, distinguished Senator Wadada, I was actually nonplussed. I was going to say His Excellency, Senator. So I remember that the election had not taken place yet. Senator Wadada, as you all are aware, by the grace of God, is going to take over the mantle of leadership of the state. And through your support, all and sundry, the chairman and management of New Energy Limited, our hosts, and our partners in progress, I salute you. Members of the Federal Executive Council here present, especially my dear sister, the Minister of Women Affairs. My brother there did say that to use the word Amazon to describe her will be underrepresenting her. Since I met with her in the Federal Executive Council, she had shone like the rising northern star who is constant. She has demonstrated uncanny capacity for performance, and she has the ability of a man. So we just don't call her the Amazon, because the Amazon connotes feminine, endowments. So we call her the super minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. She has been a pride to Nasarawa State from what we have seen. Our royal fathers, captains of industry, leaders of our host communities, distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the press, let me begin by expressing my deep appreciation to Mr. President, as every speaker here has done, for honoring this event. Despite the numerous demands of his office, and he has chosen the man who is capable of delivering his message at every instance, and who understands the nuances and dynamics of administration, who is very well experienced, vast in governance, and that is our Vice President. You have chosen to be here because you recognize the importance of solid mineral sector to Nigeria's economic future. Your presence is therefore another clear demonstration of your administration's commitment to building an economy that is driven by production, industrialization, and private investment. Permit me also to congratulate my brother, the governor, and my second minister. By the way, the president is aware that we call him the Minister of State for Solid Minerals. And so, perhaps, maybe after his stint as governor, there is a job waiting for him. There is a saying that Governor Sule is referred to as what I have just mentioned as the unofficial Minister of State. And this is so because there are very few governors who speak about mining with the same enthusiasm, zeal, and gusto like Governor Sule. He displays uncommon passion for the solid mineral sector, not simply because Nasarawa is endowed with solid minerals. In fact, it was late Margaret Thatcher of Britain who said, for a society or a nation to be endowed with natural resources is not sine qua non to development. It's not equal to development. And it doesn't mean that such a country will develop. And there are examples all over the world of countries with humongous natural resources with abject poverty. So therefore, we also have on the flip side, there are other countries without a single natural resource, but who are today in the first world of development. You can mention countries like Taiwan, like, even China. China is old. You can mention Singapore, Japan, and such other countries that don't have a single natural resource. But the most important factor of economics, which most people don't appreciate or realize, is the human being, is the human factor. You can have the technology, you can have the natural resources, you can have the land, even the capital, the money. But if you have an absence of the right mental capacity in the human beings that habitate that society, it will be zero. All those factors will come to naught. So the human factor is the most important factor of production. And it's because of that that Nasarawa is rising in the solid minerals, because Nasarawa was lucky to get it right by choosing a leader that has the mental capacity. Anyone who has worked with him knows what I'm saying. It's not just massaging his ego. These are things that we have seen. It's therefore not surprising that Nasarawa State continues to attract serious mining investments. I'm very, very lucky. I consider myself very lucky and privileged to have, just a little over a year ago, to have represented Mr. President here on this soil to perform the groundbreaking ceremony of this very factory we are commissioning today. And that speaks volumes. It speaks volumes to the efficacy of the policies of this government, the reforms, the creativities that are being put in place to elevate Nigeria from the shackles of poverty and degradation to joining the Committee of Developed Nations. And today, when we announced the local value addition policy, when we took over slightly, just going to 3 years ago, when the cabinet was formed, and the president assigned the Ministry of Solid Minerals with a statement, one statement. He told me, go there, recapture the solid minerals of Nigeria, reposition it, nurture it, develop it, and make it to transform the economy of this country through the diversification agenda. What we are doing here today is an eloquent testimony to the prophetic statement of Mr. President on the one hand, and to our own in the Ministry of Solid Minerals, with the cooperation of all and sundry, to our own commitment to that focal point of developing and transforming the solid minerals of Nigeria. In fact, when I go abroad to so many international events on mining, in the last 2 years or so, my counterparts, ministers of other minerals jurisdictions around the world, they often ask me, oh, was it President Tinubu that just created the Ministry of Solid Minerals? And I retort, no. We've always had the Ministry of Solid Minerals, mines and steel and stuff. But they will tell me that it's only just now, under this administration, that they started hearing a lot about Nigeria possessing solid minerals. That Nigeria was identified with oil and gas to some extent. But now they are hearing about solid minerals. And I tell them that that's our first point of success. We have succeeded in diverting both local and international attention to the huge potential of solid minerals of Nigeria. And once that is achieved, then all the other ancillary factors of production and industrialization will begin to fall into place. And then we drew up the 7-point agenda, surveying the landscape of solid minerals in Nigeria. We identified the challenges: insecurity, low DFI, direct foreign investment into the sector, sustainability of production or tenure of office, so many shenanigans in administration of titles and licenses, and of course, the age-long exportation of our raw minerals out of Nigeria to power the industries of developed nations. And like I said about a week and a half ago at the AFNIS of 2026, Africa had been exporting jobs, opportunities, through the exportation of raw minerals. And Africa had been importing poverty. But we said we were going to change that narrative. And we have changed the narrative effectively. With the commissioning of this project today, is another chapter in our efforts at changing that narrative. We will no longer be exporting our raw minerals. Local value addition became the pivot of our policies in the Solid Minerals Ministry. And I'm very happy and grateful to the operators in the sector for accepting this policy, for imbibing it, and for implementing it, just like the Diamond Energy Group has done. And now, to show the efficacy of that policy, other African countries have latched onto that policy. Virtually every other African country that mining is taking place is now issuing directives that no more exportation of raw minerals. And to strengthen that resolve, the African ministers of minerals got together and formed a pressure group called the African Mineral Strategy Group. And lo and behold, Nigeria was elected the pioneer chairman. And last January, this year's January, Nigeria was re-elected as the chairman of that body, showing that the impact and effect of the solid minerals policies in Nigeria are reverberating all over Africa. And what more evidence do we need than us performing the groundbreaking of this diamond energy factory just about a year ago, and today the factory construction has been completed fully and production is starting. You should give Nigeria a round of applause for that. I want to say, Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, that we are not resting on our oars. As part of our 7-point agenda, I mentioned insecurity, which has gained currency of discussion, not necessarily exacerbation of occurrences. No. Not because the insecurity associated with mining has geometrically increased in occurrence, no. But it has gained currency again because of the attention that we've succeeded in reverting on solid minerals in Nigeria. So now everybody is conscious of the potentials of solid minerals in Nigeria, and everybody is aware and eager that we must maximize the benefits accruing from these solid minerals. That's why you see a rash of comments on the social media propagating insecurity in the mining. It's not increasing, and I'll tell you why. Slightly less than 2 years ago, when we saw the insecurity challenge in mining, and for the first time in the history of Nigeria, we established the mining marshals, a new security outfit architecture devoted exclusively to combating illegal mining in Nigeria. And so far, over 300 illegal miners have been apprehended. Over 150 are undergoing prosecution as we speak. And we have secured convictions of over 20 collaborators. And the list goes on by the day. Not only that, we also have a persuasive aspect of the policy. The mining marshals will arrest those who are stubborn or incorrigible. That is the coercive aspect of the policy. There is a persuasive aspect of it, and that is persuading the artisanal miners and those who are stragglers in the industry to form themselves into a cooperative, become formalized, structured, and of course, they will no longer be referred to as illegal miners. And then they can now approach the financial institutions to obtain funding to enhance their capacity to work. And because they are structured and formalized, they are recognized by government, and government can then derive the hitherto lost revenue in terms of royalties, taxes, and the like. And that policy is also working wonders. So far, we've registered over 250 such cooperatives across the nation, and is growing by the day as well. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, for want of time, I will want to round up by leaving you with one adage, and that adage is this. This government, led by the President, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and his able Vice President, Senator Kashim Shettima, this government is determined, come rain, come shine, to lift Nigeria out of the shackles of poverty. It's not going to be easy. It's never easy. In fact, you have started seeing the throes of re-engineering and restructuring an economy. And I always say at every forum I'm opportune to attend, that when you want to lift a society out of economic doldrums, it's not a tea party. It's not something you sit down in your house and within a twinkle of an eye, the economy is transformed. No. You must go through the crucibles of development, of laying down enduring structures, such as the policy reforms that this government has put in place, removal of subsidy, margin of all these multiple foreign exchange, and all other policies introduced all round. There is a gestation period. We are going through the gestation period. And believe you me, we are going to turn the curve. Once we turn the curve, the results manifest in a large scale, and Nigerians will begin to sing hallelujah and hosanna to Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his team. Ladies and gentlemen, to the Diamond Energy Group, we believe in your partnership, but like my brother Senator Wadada said, this is just the beginning. And for other potential partners in progress in the mining industry, we no longer give titles or approve licenses of any intending operator without showing us a concrete plan of local processing, and not just local processing, to the entire value chain. Our goal is to begin to produce lithium batteries, the vehicles, the phones, the solar panels, the solar powered turbines, and every gadget that uses lithium as a base requirement for its performance. We want to produce everything in Nigeria. Diamond Energy has started. Nasarawa State has started. Nigeria remains on the go. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. Let's put our hands together for him, ladies and gentlemen. The Honorable Minister, Solid Minerals Development, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Dr. Henry Dele Alaki. The Minister has said His Excellency, the Governor of Nasarawa State, is the unofficial Minister of State, Solid Minerals. Sir, he is also the unofficial spokesperson of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Nasarawa State. He never misses any chance to tell the people what the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing for Nigeria and Nigerians. It is my pleasure at this point to invite to the podium His Excellency, our man of honor and dignity and accountability, the Executive Governor of Nasarawa State, Engineer Abdullahi Sule. Thank you, Mr. President, for the respect. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. You cannot get. Thank you. Your Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Asuwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, ably represented by our own that we are so proud of, His Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Kashim Shettima, GCON. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Nasarawa State, the former Governor of Nasarawa State and the former National Chairman of our party, Senator Abdullahi Adamu Turakin Kefi, our distinguished senators who are here, my dear brother and my senior minister, the Honorable Minister of Solid Minerals, Mr. Henry Dele Alaki, and our dear daughter, Minister of Women Affairs, Imam Suleiman Ibrahim, members of the Diplomatic Corps, my father, His Royal Highness, the Emir of Lafia, who is ably represented by my other father, Dr. Shehu Chindo Yamusa III, the Emir of Kefi, Emir of Nasarawa, and all our other royal fathers who are here. Members of the National and State Working Committee of our party, members of the State Executive Council, members of the Security Councils, the chairman of the local government councils, especially the chairman of Nasarawa and chairman of Algon who are here. The ambassador, the meaning is actually the chairman. So the ambassador of Julin and Kanmax, Mr. Hugh Jong Chiang. The MD of the Diamond New Energy, my dear friend, I call him David, but they call him Zion Cheng. the CEOs of private organizations and captains of industries who are here, distinguished members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, I know time is against us. That is my number one reason for actually I'm not going to read my speech, I'm just going to summarize. The second reason is that usually they allow the junior ministers to speak before the senior ministers, but you have asked the senior minister to speak and he has said everything that I'm supposed to say, so I don't even know what else to say. Rather than first and foremost, to welcome you, Your Excellency, and to thank you and appreciate you for actually taking the time, we know how busy you are, to accept to come to Nasarawa State for an industry that we are so proud of. For us, the best that we ever had, the biggest that we ever had, with the huge impact that we ever had. So we must say thank you to you, and thank you to you. I also want to sincerely thank the minister for the fact that the minister is supposed to also be traveling. We had to change things around for him to be here. And we really never wanted to commission this factory without the minister. So I thank you, Minister, for taking the time. But I thank Mr. President for accepting to be the special guest of honor to this event and for sending the Vice President to be here with him. I also want to use the opportunity to thank the chairman and actually the CEO, and he calls himself the ambassador of this company, for actually believing in us and coming to Nasarawa State and believing that Nasarawa State is the destination for your investment. I say thank you, and thank you, and thank you, sir. I also want to thank those who started all this. Mr. Chang, I will continue to thank you for the wonderful thing that you have done. You have actually introduced me to these investors, and that introduction has now materialized into where we are. I must say thank you to you. I must thank our Ministry of Environment. So many commissioners, including the current commissioner, have worked so hard, and I have dragged them along to ensure that this happens. And today it has happened. Today I'm fulfilled. Today I'm proud. I'm unhappy that for those who are looking for industrialization and making a mockery of it, come to Endo and see what industrialization is all about, and it is right here. Let me therefore take the liberty of this occasion to inform our prospective investors in Nasarawa State that Nasarawa State is blessed with abundant natural resources such as lead, zinc, lithium, copper, gemstones, cobalt, gold, marble, iron ore, and barytes, among others. These are found in commercial quantities in Nasarawa State. We are also blessed with fertile land for agricultural production. I therefore call on you to work with our MD of NASIDA, who has worked so hard to ensure that every investment that comes into the state makes a meaning. I also ask you to come and join us in order to work towards the renewed hope agenda of Mr. President. Our proximity to FCT remains one of the major competitive advantages for housing and industries, and we will continue to work on it to make sure it happens. At this juncture, let me once again appreciate His Excellency the Vice President, our dear Minister, and also appreciate all those who have put in their words one way or the other to make sure this happens. I will not forget our Emir of Nasarawa and also the late Oswajiri, who have worked very hard to ensure that they support this. The people of Endo, I'm proud of you. I want to thank you so much. Our workers that started in this factory, that I ask you to be patient. I thank God that you are patient. Today, you are beginning to see the result of your patience. I'm happy that you did not allow the initial 700 million naira given to you to cover your face and to block you from this factory. We must have had our fights earlier with me, but all I'm fighting for was to see today, and I'm here today with you. And the biggest beneficiaries of this are you. Sorry that you have not had the opportunity to speak, because time is of essence, and we are trying to make sure that the Vice President does not fly a helicopter into Abuja during this rainy season at this time. So that is the reason why we are doing that. But left to me, we will have asked the Hakimi, the village head, the women leader, the youth leader, and every one of you to speak. So just that you have not spoken, don't worry. You can speak to me, and I will definitely take your message as usual. Thank you very much, everybody, and may God Almighty bless you.
His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Nasarawa State, Engineer Abdullahi A. Sule. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, the beacon of renewed hope, said to Minister Dele Alake, recapture, reposition, and rediversify the solid mineral sector. Today, His Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, one who is vast in confidence and nuance in administration, one who is touring in resonance, a yielder of fruitful performance, is here to convey the message of his president. Distinguished Senator Kashim Shettima, GCON.
Kindly take your seats, please. Ku sake yin wakan gwamnati na gwamnati. Thank you. Our host, the Executive Governor of Nasarawa State, His Excellency Engineer Abdullahi Alhaji Sule. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Nasarawa State, Dr. Incoming Senator Emmanuel Akbadu Akabe. The Senator representing Nasarawa West Senatorial District, an APC governorship candidate of Nasarawa State, the audacious, distinguished Senator Ahmed Ali Wadada. The Senator representing Nasarawa North Senatorial District, Senator Danladi Halilu Mbulu Anza. Member representing Nasarawa Toto Federal Constituency, Honorable Abdul Mumin Mohammed Ari. My airborne, the Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dr. Henry Dele Alake. The Honorable Minister of Women Affairs, Iman Suleiman Ibrahim. Your Excellency, the former Governor of Nasarawa State, former National Chairman of the APC, Turakin Kepi, Senator Abdullahi Adamu. Baba muna alfahari da kai, muna maka godiya. Kai cikakken dattijo ne. Muna alfahari da kai kuma muna maka godiya. Heads of federal government agencies and parastatals, I want to weaponize the Secretary to the Nasarawa State Government, Shuaibu Magaje Labaran, SAN, to recognize and appreciate members of the Nasarawa State Executive Council. The Chairman of Nasarawa Local Government, Honorable Mohammed Hassan Ahmed, I wish to weaponize you to recognize and appreciate all our local government chairmen. The Ambassador of Juling and Canmans, Mr. Yu Jongkyang, the Managing Director of Diamond New Energy, Mr. Yong Jing, heads of security establishments in Nasarawa State, we appreciate you too. We respect you and we adore you. His Royal Highness, the Emir of Kepi, Kepi Yamusa, Dr. Shehu Chindo Yamusa III. Sarki ba shi da aboki amma kai dai abokina ne. The Emir of Nasarawa and all the royal fathers present here, members of the fourth estate of the Rim, honored guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Solid minerals are the enduring backbone of every economy because no technology rises without them. Every road and every factory began as ore in the ground, transformed by people who refuse to leave it there. This is why the choice before us is stark. We'll either maximize our industrial advantage and turn our endowments into engines of prosperity, or we'll spend our years manufacturing excuses for our lack of innovation. The soil does not apologize for our failures, and it does not congratulate us for our potential. It waits for a people serious enough to redeem it. I join you today on behalf of my principal, His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR, and with his goodwill for you. We gather to affirm a direction, to make a statement about the kind of economy Nigeria must become, the kind of future we must build, and the kind of partnerships we must encourage if our natural endowments are to translate into shared prosperity for our people. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, history teaches us that nations do not become great because nature has been generous to them. As rightly attested to by the Honorable Minister of Solid Minerals, some of the richest countries in the world do not have natural endowments. He mentioned Japan, Singapore, South Korea, even China, as big as it is not as naturally endowed as some other countries. Across the world, countries blessed with minerals, oil, gas, fertile lands, and strategic locations remain trapped in poverty because they fail to convert resources into productive capacity, while nations with far fewer advantages are breathing to global prominence through discipline, enterprise, technology, skills, and industrial organization. Natural resources may be a blessing, but only vision can turn them into wealth. Only institutions can protect that wealth. Only industry can multiply it, and only people can give it meaning. Our national conversation has been dominated by what lies beneath our soil. We have spoken of our gold, our lithium, our tin, our iron ore, our bitumen, our coal, and our rare earth elements with justifiable pride. But pride does not build factories. Statistics does not create jobs, and mineral maps do not transform the lives of young Nigerians. What changes a nation is a deliberate movement from extraction to processing, from potential to production, from raw materials to value-added goods, and from isolated investments to integrated industrial ecosystems. That is why this occasion matters. The commissioning of diamond new energy projects here in Nasarawa State represents confidence in Nigeria, in Nasarawa State, and in the revolutionary reforms set in place by the present administration. It represents confidence that Nigeria is ready to participate in the global minerals economy on terms that create jobs, build skills, strengthen local enterprises, and expand our productive base. No nation has corrected deep economic distortions without courage, and no economy has moved from dependency to productivity without building lasting ground for investment, productivity, and growth, so that serious investors can plan for the long term, local entrepreneurs can compete, young people can find work, and the wealth of the nation begins to serve the people of this nation. This is why the solid mineral sector occupies a strategic place in our economic agenda. The evolving technology is not only disrupting the world as we know it, but has restated the inevitability of solid minerals development. Lithium has become one of the defining minerals of the energy transition, central to battery technology, electric mobility, and renewable energy storage. The question for Nigeria is whether we aspire to remain on the margins. Our answer to this has been given with eloquent cadence by the Honorable Minister of Solid Minerals Development, my dear brother, Dr. Henry Dele Alake. Beyond the energy, clarity and courage he has brought to this assignment. He has pushed the reforms needed to reposition the sector, restore investor confidence, and ensure that our mineral wealth is managed with seriousness and purpose. Since the creation of the Ministry of Solid Minerals Development, we have never had it so good. He is a man of courage and conviction. Age sometimes is just a factor. His 70 years on Mother Earth is reflected in his output, in his courage, in his convictions, in his drive, and in his energy. Dr. Alake, the President is mightily proud of you. What we witness today is part of a larger national reawakening. Nigeria is a country of extraordinary promise, blessed with a young population, a vast market, abundant resources, and a proud place in the world. But promise is not enough. A nation must organize itself to fulfill its promise, turning potential into performance, building institutions that work, and preparing its young people for the industries of tomorrow. So this commissioning must be understood beyond ceremony. A factory is never just a building. It is where policy becomes employment, where investment becomes production, and where hope begins to acquire structure. Every factory that opens on Nigerian soil is an act of faith in our people, our institutions, and the possibilities of this republic. None of this would have been easy without the resolve and vision of my dear brother, His Excellency Engineer Abdullahi Esule, to make Nasarawa a template for the promise of extractive industry development. Instead of waiting for opportunities to announce itself, he has pursued it. He has cultivated it. He has built an environment in which investors can engage with confidence. Minerals may be deposited by nature, but investment is drawn by leadership. And he has shown that leadership in the past 7 years of his stewardship in Nasarawa State. There can never be peace without development, and there can never be development without peace. Nasarawa State is a kaleidoscope of colors. Nasarawa State is not a monolithic Kano or a monolithic Ekiti. Nasarawa is a mini Nigeria. And because of his sense of leadership, because of his sense of inclusivity, it's not a thing of pride, but Nasarawa is an island of peace and development in an ocean of poverty and depravity. Ku mutanen Nasarawa ba za ku san waye AA Sule ba sai bayana. Shi dattijo ne kuma yana da dumbin hakuri. And he has a sense of fairness. Kowane shugaba a Nasarawa da suka yi fada da AA Sule, mafi yawan su ne da laifi. He makes effort to build bridges. He makes efforts to pacify all interest groups. And in Ahmed Aliyu Wadada, you will get a replacement who has the same energy, even greater energy, who has the vibrancy. Amma ku sani mutane, za ku taka AA Sule ya daga fuska. Wannan da in kun taka shi shi ma zai taka. So, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let us all rise and give a standing ovation to Engineer A.A. Sule. You can sit down, please. To the management of Diamond New Energy, I congratulate you. Your investment is timely, strategic, and important. Made at the very moment Nigeria is repositioning itself. We welcome your path in the industrial direction of this nation and the jobs, the technology, and the industrial linkages you bring. Nigeria values partnerships built on mutual respect and long-term commitment. And we welcome Chinese investments that create jobs, transfer knowledge, and deepen local capacity. But this relationship must rest on modern commerce. It must be measured by the factories built, the technologies shared, and the Nigerian workers' friend. To our host communities, I appeal to you to remain progressive stakeholders in this journey, never bystanders. This is a moment to stand with lawful investors. For communities need development, investors need stability, and government needs growth. And these interests are harmonized only through trust and mutual respect. To the world watching Nasarawa State, I invite you to take part in this expanding market. While you weigh the evidence of our reforms, the scale of our market, and the resolve of this administration, never forget that the jobs created, the skills transferred, the community strengthened, and the new investments drawn by the example we set here today are a product of the convergence of ideas and a consequence of the reforms prioritized by the present administration. So on behalf of my boss, His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I congratulate Diamond New Energy, the government and good people of Nasarawa State, the Honorable Minister of Solid Minerals Development, our host communities, our royal fathers, our investors, and our workers. May this investment prosper. On this note, it is my utmost honor, once again, on behalf of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to commission the Diamond New Energy projects in Nasarawa State. Thank you, and may God bless us all.
Thank you. His Excellency will remain on the stage briefly to take a photograph with the management of Diamond New Energy, His Royal Highness, and of course, His Excellency and the Honorable Ministers to please join. The investors would like this to be taken to the rest of the world to show that indeed Nigeria is open for business. And we would like to thank His Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, most distinguished Senator Kashim Shettima. We can take the photographs one after the other.
Where is the cover?
Thank you so very much, the Chairman.
Wait.
His Excellency, the Vice President here representing the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. Thank you so very much. Thank you. We'll remain standing for the national anthem.